佢改變嗰時咧，我都知。直到佢小學畢業嗰時咧，佢就開始變壞啦。
And when my dad did actually leave, things in the house just wasn't the same no more. My mom was very bitter, but she was very angry and she didn't know how to express her feelings. There was no one around to do that. So she basically blamed it on me. Usually she's like, oh, you did this, you made your father leave, blah, 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 blah. I can't believe you did this. Like just all these nonsense accusations that you couldn't make sense of back then, but you felt mad hurt because suddenly like your world turned upside down. Like why I'm being attacked. It was like a lot of verbal abuse, but then became physical. And when it started becoming physical, that's when I like, you know what, I'm gonna leave. And I wasn't like leaving, I was like running away, coming back, running away, coming back.
Well, I think girls and boys are attracted to, wanting to feel like they belong, right? So I think that's with any individual. So when you look at any teenager, they want to belong somewhere. And if they feel like they don't belong at home, or they feel like they're not belonging even at school, they're looking for a place. Now, usually gangs are violent, and girls tend not to be attracted to violent places, but it doesn't mean that they're not. And so for some, maybe that's the first place, or maybe it could be a gang that's majority girls, where they feel like they can be accepted for who they are, and where they can feel like they can actually talk to others about their dreams. So in her case, it was really interesting that she talks about the other girl that got killed. They actually shared a dream of upward mobility, right? They wanted to be able to earn enough money to move to the Upper East Side and leave the gang. And I think for other people, the other gang member who probably had, who maybe came from the same background, could actually share that dream with her, and that's who she related to. And I think that's one of the reasons why she was attracted to that group. I actually believe that, that because Asian Americans are always seen as the model minority, and in fact I think a lot of Asian Americans are unwilling to talk about when there's divorce in families or when there's hardship in families, that some of the kids slip through because they're not willing to acknowledge it. So one way is that if you acknowledge it, then the schools would be more accepting of programs, or even the police might be more accepting of programs, or community centers may be more accepting of programs to recognize when there's distress in a family, including Asian American families, and for people to kind of see those outlets. So there's a role for everybody, community members, people elderly in the community who even see her walking around in the community. There's roles for everybody to play to keep young people safe. I actually think there's a lot that could be done. I mean, she talks about going in and out of juvie, right? So she's been into the prison, I guess, the young prison complex. And so it hasn't rehabilitated her by going in and out. It might be reinforcing. So part of what we could do is reform our prison system, reform what we actually believe young people are able to do, because it is a huge cost. The group that she's talking about, almost all of them, except for a few of them, are gone, are dead, or on drugs, or whatever you want to mention. So it has to start from some place where you can recognize that part of it wasn't her fault, but a lot of it is, when immigrants come here, they work long hours. And it's not just immigrant communities, many communities, people work long hours and aren't able to spend times with their children, and make sure they grow, and they schools, maybe sometimes automatically see a kid do something wrong, they don't get a second chance. So all these different things are going on. So I think we have to look again at the opportunities we offer to young people to make sure they feel like they can actually attain those opportunities. I think it'll make a huge, huge difference.